From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And good morning, filling in for Josh. Buckle up. It's going to be a wild weather weekend. This is what is headed our way, atmospheric river. So keep that in your hat for the weekend. Definitely going to be wet. Let's take a look and see where that is right now. It's hitting the Olympic Peninsula and Vancouver area right now. We also queue up a wind advisory. We're going to see these winds picking up later today with gusts up to 50 miles an hour. Currently 42 degrees outside. Pretty calm. We'll call this the calm before the storm. So get ready for that. Headed your way very soon. Temperatures elsewhere around the area, we're down in the 40s and 50s in Walla Walla right now. So temperatures mild, but the big storm headed our way. Get ready for those winds a little bit later this afternoon, and we'll start seeing those showers moving into the Kittitas Valley here in just a little bit. I'll get ready and break down the entire forecast coming up for your weekend. Stay right here as Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
Straight ahead, a tragic crash off Canyon Lakes Drive leaves one person dead after a van slammed into a tree at this Kennewick golf course. Now this morning, police are still investigating what led up to that accident. We have the latest coming up.
And just after responding to that fatal crash at Canyon Lakes Drive, a Kennewick police cruiser became involved in another collision on Highway 395. This caused major traffic delays, and now investigators are looking closely at the chain of events. We'll have the full breakdown.
And a morning commute in Pasco turned chaotic when a driver tried to pass a stopped school bus, only to lose control and then crash into the bus and parked cars. Now what officials want to remind drivers about school bus safety. It's all coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now, Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Jade Elliott. It is Friday, October 24th. We made it to the end of the week. I know, but man, busy day to get to today.
That's right. We want to start your top stories off in Kennewick. That's where one person is dead after crashing their van into a tree on a golf course.
So this crash happened just off of Canyon Lakes Drive in West 35th Avenue yesterday afternoon around 3:30. Here's video from the scene of that crash. Kennewick police telling us that the driver passed away at the scene.
Now, what led up to the crash is not yet known. The crash shut down Canyon Lakes Drive for several hours while police were investigating.
And a Kennewick police car was involved in a crash as it was responding to that crash on Canyon Lakes Drive. It happened at the intersection of Highway 395 and 27th Avenue just around 3:45, and it caused some major traffic delays.
The Kennewick Police Department confirms there were no injuries. Washington State Patrol is investigating.
Turning now to a crime alert out of Pasco. An apparent reckless driver made the morning commute pretty chaotic. Take a look. Officials say at the intersection of 20th Avenue and West Pearl Street, a vehicle trying to go around a stopped school bus lost control and then smashed into that school bus and several parked cars. In all, we're told 5 vehicles were damaged. Fortunately, that school bus was empty at the time, so no kids were on it, no one was hurt, but cleanup took about an hour before the scene was cleared and traffic was back up and running.
There were no students on the bus. It was just the driver. And then 4 other vehicles as well. No injuries. The at-fault driver, who was not the bus driver, was taken into custody for traffic-related offenses.
Investigators continuing to look into the circumstances behind that driver's maneuver. A reminder to everyone that you need to use caution around school buses, slow down, and mind the rules of the road, especially when the school buses are stopped with those stop signs out.
Now to a follow-up this morning with new information following a shooting in King City. The Pasco Police Department has released the name of the suspected shooter. 21-year-old Gilbert Matthew Lopez has been booked into the Franklin County Jail, and this is for second-degree murder, according to Lieutenant Thomas Groom with the Pasco Police Department. The shooting happened just after 7 in the morning on Wednesday. Police arrived on scene to find one person shot, and they started performing life-saving measures. And that was until medics arrived. That person was taken to an area hospital, but that's where they were pronounced they were dead.
5:04 now, and we're getting a closer look at the damage to the Bullfrog Road overpass near Cle Elum. So this overpass was hit by an overheight load on October 21st, just the other day. And you can see it left exposed steel and crumbled concrete. Well, late Thursday afternoon, emergency contractors started the demolition process. Westbound lanes are expected to reopen early next week Weather permitting, eastbound I-90 will remain open as well, with one lane closed Thursday night through Saturday. WashDOT says travelers should follow detours using exit 80. Yesterday, Governor Ferguson signing an emergency proclamation to seek federal funds, stating repairs could exceed $8 million.
Turning now to Hermiston, where there was a large police presence yesterday afternoon. This after a suspicious item was found near West Elm Avenue and Northwest 11th Street. Police say they were called just after noon, and this was for reports of a cylindrical object wrapped in electrical tape and clear plastic. It was found in some bushes. Officers evacuated nearby apartments and businesses as a precaution and then called in the Oregon State Police Explosives Unit. After examining it, the unit determined the item was not dangerous. It was safely removed and destroyed. Everyone was cleared to return.
Turning now to a heated debate stirring among cattle producers. This is Washington Congressman Dan Newhouse and ranchers across the state push back on a new federal beef industry plan that includes reopening imports of beef from Argentina. As Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen reports, supporters say the move could lower prices for consumers, but critics warn that it puts American ranchers and herds at risk.
On ranches across Washington, the talk isn't just about weather and feed. It's about foreign beef. A new federal plan backed by President Trump aims to strengthen the beef supply chain, in part by allowing imports from Argentina.
By putting tariffs on, they've been able to make a few dollars. They've been able to have an industry. But I also want to keep the beef prices low.
But Washington Congressman Dan Newhouse says it's a good start, but fears the plan could do the opposite, threatening ranchers here at home.
It's very important to understand that importation of Argentinian beef, in my opinion, does nothing to help solve the problem. In fact, it just exacerbates the problem. But we have to keep in mind our domestic producers, and we want to keep them strong.
The U.S. banned Argentinian beef for decades due to foot and mouth disease. And though restrictions were lifted in 2018, Chelsea Haney, the executive vice president of the Washington Cattlemen Association, says she and their members will not stand behind this plan to bring in beef from Argentina.
He attempts to undercut the livelihood of family ranchers. We just feel that this is a misguided effort to lower prices in the grocery store.
Supporters of the plan argue it will help lower grocery costs, but critics say there's no guarantee savings will reach consumers, and that American ranchers could end up paying the price. For now, the debate continues between boosting supply and protecting local producers. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
And now the National Cattlemen's Beef Association is urging federal officials to reconsider the Argentina beef decision. Meanwhile, the White House maintains that the move is a part of a broader effort to modernize and secure America's food supply chain.
Talking local living now, in Sunnyside, the city is celebrating a groundbreaking ceremony, and that's set to bring more housing to the city.
Yeah, Emmanuel Ramos, the founder and president of Chinook Venture Rentals, LLC, says that he was inspired to bring his housing development to his hometown as a way to give back to his roots. So he saw a need in housing and decided to create this action plan.
And he says this project is also a family-driven plan since his sister is a real estate agent, his brother is a general contractor, and another brother is a city planner. So what is the vision in this plan?
The goal is to develop 15 individual sites for multifamilies. Duplexes is what we want to do to help address the housing crisis here. That allows us to maximize the units without sacrificing, feeling like you're being crammed into a unit. So duplexes, these are going to be larger duplexes, about a little over 3,000 square feet, about 3,100 square feet.
Now, Ramos says that he wants to make this new housing priced at a point where the community can support it. He hopes to have the housing available by June of 2026 at the very latest.
And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, two women with deep ties to Sunnyside, one a longtime school board member, the other a migrant nurse. They're facing off for the same seat, and coming up in Your Voice, Your Vote, how their priorities differ when it comes to safety, representation, and family engagement in the classroom.
What makes NUU unique? The amazing customer service that we offer to our patients. They know that they're heard, that they're listened to, and we genuinely care about their well-being.
From the second I walked in that office, I felt seen, I felt heard, I didn't feel judged. It just was like, we're a team and we're gonna figure this out.
I had a rare form of breast cancer. Dr. Fedino has just been fantastic. She was really just on my side and helping me, and I'm so relieved and blessed that I went there.
I'm nowhere near diabetic, and I feel amazing. And I lost 55 pounds, and I've been able to keep it off.
She had saved my life if she hadn't taken just that moment to ask me one extra question. I absolutely would have had an ugly cancer 6 months later.
Check out our new location in Kennewick or come see us in Yakima. Go to newuwomensclinic.com to explore the countless ways that wellness meets beauty.
We wanted to switch to T-Mobile to make sure that we have better coverage.
T-Mobile is now the best network. And with T-Satellite, we're connecting millions of people in places no carrier tower can reach.
I signed up for T-Satellite and give me peace of mind as a mom that makes life better knowing that it's there when we need it.
Upgrade to the best network. Right now, T-Mobile will pay off 4 phones up to $3,200. Plus, hook you up with 4 new phones on us. Switch today.
Apple Valley News Now's Young Hearts, sponsored by Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, proudly awards Isabella of Pasco a new bicycle for being a community role model. Click Bikes for Tykes at applevalleynewsnow.com to find out more.
From Hollywood, it's Dancing with the Stars. Dancing with the Stars, Tuesday on ABC.
Kraken, Oilers. Coverage begins at 7 Saturday night on MeTV. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Good Friday morning, filling in for Josh today. And boy, we've got a wild weather weekend, but things are calm. We'll call it the calm before the system of storms. Right now, our Bi-Mart Skycam taking a peek down the Tanum Ridge. It's nice and quiet there in Yakima. 41 degrees. The feels like temp is 41. Winds have not picked up, but that's going to change. We have a wind advisory in place. Let's talk about the wild weather pattern. All right, system starts moving in. We've got this system on Friday, which is already kind of hanging out around Vancouver Island. This is what it looks like on Saturday. This will be more intense, heavy rain and snow along that system track, and then we'll continue to see that into the evening. Cue the next system on Sunday, and again, we'll see wild active weather moving through the area for the next couple days. So it's going to be a wet one and a snowy one. We'll have winter weather advisories of 3,500 feet. So at pass level, Saturday and Sunday, 6 to 10 inches possible there in the Cascades. For the Blues, 6 to 10 inches, and that's a little delayed Sunday into Monday. So if you have any plans to travel over those mountains, make sure you're ready for winter travel conditions. Here we are in the 40s. We'll see the 50s and some showers beginning around lunchtime, and temperatures up close to 70 in Walla Walla this afternoon. So pretty warm outside. Tonight, wet and windy with temperatures down in the 30s and the 40s. Here's your big headlines. Again, that atmospheric river, snow for your mountain passes, gusty winds, cooler temps next week with more frost on the way.
And taking you to Sunnyside now, where ballots are in the hands of residents as we get closer to the general election, which is on November 4th.
Yeah, Sunnyside voters will see all 5 school board district seats up for vote. And our Apple Valley News Now's Monique Garcia breaks down the District 2 race for us right now.
Linda Roberts and Raquel Izquierdo Lopez will go head-to-head in this general election to try and secure the District 2 seat. Roberts is currently a school board member and has served on the board for 4 years, whereas Lopez is also no stranger when it comes to the education system. She is a migrant nurse case manager for ESD 105 and works with 4 local school districts. Lopez is a Sunnyside High School alumni and was born and raised in Sunnyside. Each candidate has their own reasons on why they're running for office.
I think that
8 years gives an individual a good amount of time to learn the system, to learn the laws that govern the school board, to understand the relationship between the school board and the superintendent. We only have one employee that we oversee, and that is the superintendent. And I have a lot of experience facilitating work groups.
I've seen how there's so many barriers to education surrounding our students in the Lower Valley. I also would love to have more representation on the school board. I feel that with the school being over 90% Latino, we don't have enough representation on that board currently. So when something does happen to the children at Sunnyside School District, I don't feel that they have the correct advocacy or the representation that they need.
Lopez says one of her priorities, if elected, is she's trying to crack down on school safety.
I've always said budgets are important, policies are important, procedures are very important, but all that can be thrown out the door if our kids don't feel safe. If our kids don't feel safe, learning doesn't happen. If our teachers and our staff, our support staff, everybody, if they don't feel safe, teaching doesn't happen, right? So I want to implement more safety procedures to where policies are actually in effect and not just a piece of paper.
Both candidates also have better communication with parents on their list of priorities.
Help create a parent center, and even if it's not a physical center, I want a whole family engagement plan that includes how we work with parents, who works with them, what we do, and how we can expand on access to parents, because a lot of our parents, they're working all day long outside.
That they don't want to be there for their students. It's because they just simply can't, right? So I want to make it, one of my goals is to make it easier for parents to attend meetings, not just, we can't expect them to come to us. We need to go to them to wherever they're at.
This is the first year voters in Sunnyside will vote for school board members by district versus by at-large like in previous years. Reporting in Sunnyside, Monique Garcia, Apple Valley News Now.
And a reminder, if you want to make sure your vote is counted, the latest you can submit your ballot in person at a ballot drop box is at 8 p.m. on election night.
And you can find more information on local elections on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com.
And keep it here, because coming up next, Stacey Lee is back with how your weather is looking. It's all coming up in her first alert full weather forecast, which is right after the break.
With McValue at McDonald's, you'll get deals on breakfast, which comes in handy when you've got the whole family in town.
Buy one, add one for $1. Now with Sausage McGriddles and more breakfast favorites. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Want your home or business to remain clean? Here to meet all your janitorial needs, R&S Janitorial Services. They have serviced the Valley for over 20 years, specialized in cleaning all offices and businesses to warehouses, commercial buildings, and more. R&S keeps the inside of your business or workplace clean and professional at all times. You keep doing what you do best and let R&S do the rest. Call R&S Janitorial Services at 509-840-7100 today.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
At Apple Valley News Now's Phase 3 Digital, we have the right message to grab attention and drive leads.
Plus, the local expertise to connect you with new customers. Wherever your market is, we'll get results to build your business. Phase 3 Digital. Contact us today.
I'm a real wild one.
Some days are the fun days. The days you get to go wild. Which makes the Ford Ranger perfect for you. Made to haul. Made for the trail, and made for any wild idea you've got. Get a wild deal on a Ranger today. Lease a 2025 Ford Ranger Super Crew 4x4 for just $279 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Head to Queens Gate Gardens in Richland for some fall family fun. Explore our corn and hay bale maze, zoom down the dump truck slide, and try our pumpkin archery. Get creative with pumpkin painting, play laser tag, and enjoy our U-Pick flower fields. Make fall memories at Queens Gate Gardens in Richland.
With McValue at McDonald's, you'll get deals on breakfast, which comes in handy when you've got the whole family in town.
Buy one, add one for $1. Now with Sausage McGriddles and more breakfast favorites. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And happy Friday. The weekend is here. I'm not sure what your plans are, but it's going to be weather dependent. You can see that storm just sitting out off the top of Vancouver. Right now, we're calm, quiet and dry. But here's the setup. Look at this. That's the atmospheric river pointing right at our area. So it's a big fire hose of water coming our direction. Going to bring lots of rain, potential flooding on the west side. Timing things out for you by about noon is when we'll start seeing those showers slipping through our area. As they start to slide in, we're also going to see those winds pick up. Heavier rain, of course, across the mountains and the passes to start with. As we get a little further into our Saturday, we've got the next band coming, and that's when our snow really starts to pick up across the Cascade Mountains. Look for the wet weather through our area, and yeah, some pretty heavy-duty snow. Now, there's wind advisories in place for today with gusts up to 50 miles an hour. Winter weather advisories for the Blues and the Cascades. Different timings on those, so if you are planning to drive across any of the mountain passes, you'll want to check things out. How much rain? Not a ton of accumulation, but it's better than nothing. So the snowy conditions start Saturday, could last all the way through Tuesday. Here's your winter weather advisory that we're looking at through there. The wind advisory for our entire region this afternoon, that'll expire late tonight. Here's some of those winds picking up in the afternoon and especially in the evening for the Columbia Basin and Tri-Cities. 42 degrees outside by Mart Skycam, so pretty quiet this morning and not that cold. I definitely grab a light jacket and peel some layers off a little bit later today. Taking a look at our month overall average. Has it been cold? Has it been warm? Well, it's been about even for both if you take a look at our average temperatures in Tri-Cities, and similar situation in Yakima. We've had above and below average temperatures, but not too cold, not too hot. All right, 7-day planning forecast. Here's the real nuts and bolts for the next 7 days as you see 60s. And then look at our daytime highs. We start cooling into the 50s next week. Take a look at Yakima's overnight lows will be down around the freezing level beginning Sunday night and then staying pretty close to that for the rest of the week. Ellensburg going to be breezy and windy there for the next couple days and wet with those temperatures down below freezing overnight. Hopefully you've gotten everything winterized, got those sprinklers blown out and so on. Here's Walla Walla. Look for heavy rain showers on Saturday. We could potentially see the rain continue there in the foothills of the Blues through Monday. And in Hermiston, we see temperatures there in the 60s, also dropping into the 50s. Our overnight lows in Hermiston staying above the freezing level. So active weather, guys. It's like if you have, I don't know, are you still doing lacrosse or is that done?
Well, we're in football and soccer season right now.
Okay, so all my soccer moms, football moms, it's rain gear, it's all that stuff this weekend. And the wind is not going to be be fun today.
And close to freezing.
We're gonna call it a skirt alert today. So
skirt alert. Skirt alert. Ponytail day.
Yeah.
Big old parka day.
Goodness gracious. Things are changing.
That's right.
For sure. Bundle up. All right. Hey, stick around because after the break, you're going to want to check this out. From animals posing for comedy gold to a zoo showing off X-ray skeletons just in time for Halloween. We've got your dose of funny and a little freaky coming up in today's Take a Look at This. 5:23. We're back after the break.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
Welcome to the neighborhood, Jordan.
Thanks, guys. Because when you feel protected, you can dream fearlessly. Go on. Bundle and save up to 40%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Right now, U.S. Cellular makes it easy to switch and get $1,100 off any phone with no trade-in.
No trade-in? But we're willing to trade in our teeth.
Nope. You don't have to trade your teeth in or an old phone.
I like that.
Yeah, your parents get an amazing deal.
I just lost this one.
Yeah, you get to leave your tooth under your pillow.
For me, it's tooth fairy time.
Get $1,100 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, now part of T-Mobile.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,300 off on a new Daikin Fit system, plus free thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
All October long, bring a non-perishable food donation to a McCurley dealership or find a specially packed food donation bag at any local Yolks Fresh market. You are driving change in our community. That's what makes home, home.
At Apple Valley News Now's Phase 3 Digital, we have the right message to grab attention and drive leads with strategies for your business to grow brands across the streaming apps you know best.
Plus, we have the local expertise that connects you with new customers in Central Washington, Northern Oregon, and the world.
Wherever your market is, whoever your market is, we'll get results that matter and build your business.
Phase 3 Digital from Apple Valley News Now. We know digital. Contact us today. Apple Valley News Now's Young Hearts, sponsored by Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, proudly awards Isabella of Pasco a new bicycle for being a community role model. Click Bikes for Tykes at applevalleynewsnow.com to find out more.
I love how you're always thinking ahead.
Well, they don't call me Prepared Pat for nothing.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
And that would be Relieved Rudy?
Save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
Washington at Kansas City, Monday Night Football, Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Check this out. We're talking about nature, which can be graceful, imposing, and also awe-inspiring.
Yeah, but sometimes it's just downright funny.
That's right. From a bashful elephant to a bird taking one right in the beak, we're talking about this year's finalists for the Nikon Comedy Wildlife Awards, where the world's funniest animal photos take center stage. It's all in today's Take a Look at This. Come check it out.
Don't look now. An elephant shielding its peepers and a bird getting blasted in the beak are among the finalists for the Nikon Comedy Wildlife Awards, the annual funny photography series highlighting creatures aggressively hugging and massively mugging for the cameras. Look at that big old bear smile. Even the most emo entrants help support sustainable conservation organizations. Some entries fully prepared to kick the competition, or maybe that's a high five? Others seemingly ready to lick the competition, which is an option apparently. And if all else fails, you could smoke the competition. Some nominees simply surprised to be included among the prodigious picks. The Laugh Out Loud list of finalists has 40 photos, 3 portfolios, and 10 videos whittled down from nearly 10,000 images of animal antics. The overall comedy champ will be announced at an awards night in London in December. Until then, feel free to whisper to a close friend who you think will win, or if you are so inclined, go ahead, pick a winner. Gross. We transition from kooky to slightly spooky. Get a good look at these animals' insides. In the spirit of Halloween, the Oregon Zoo is showing us a slew of skeletons from some of its furry and feathered friends. Check out this radiograph, aka X-ray, of this Amur tiger's paw, showing incredibly cool details. Or sneak a peek at the head and limbs of this gremlin-looking white-cheeked gibbon. These eerie images aren't just here to put us in the holiday spirit. The zoo says all of its animals receive routine checkups, often including X-rays, which allows for lower-risk exams, great health care, and a unique view at the wildlife. For Take a Look at This, I'm Patrick Cornell.
Those are wild looking.
The ones that weren't the skeleton ones, those look like AI. Like they were so cute and funny. The bear, it looks like he had a grill.
And how long and how still do you have to, or you just click the shutter a bunch of times? How do they get those
How
photos?
do they get those photos?
They go out there, they search hours for the spot, and then they have to wait there. Because my fiance does this,
right?
So it's a lot of wait, and that's why I don't go to those adventures, because I'm out there waiting and I can't even see. He's like, "Look at that up there," and I'm like, "I can't see anything." Yeah, cool, awesome.
I'll look at the picture. How about that?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Helping Heroes Heal, a new court program in Yakima, aims to give veterans a second chance through support and accountability. We're going to take you inside that partnership that's making a huge impact, coming up on our 5:30 half hour.
And a simple act of kindness can make all the difference. We have how one program is connecting volunteers with seniors who just need a little friendship and care. All the details are coming up in your next half hour, but first, your Tech Bites.
Well, in today's Tech Bites, Microsoft introduces Myco. It's the company's new virtual character for its Copilot assistants. And Myco responds with real-time expressions when you talk to it. It is the successor of Remember Clippy, which debuted as Microsoft's Office Assistant nearly 30 years ago. Well, Nike just unveiled its new power shoe, calling it an e-bike for your feet. It's billed as the world's first powered footwear system using a robotic brace to boost your walking speed. The shoes have a motor, a drive belt, and a rechargeable battery. No word yet on pricing. Amazon is rolling out its new AI tool to help you choose between similar products. And when you look at multiple items, the app may display a Help Me Decide button. You'll then get a recommendation based on a combination of factors, including what you viewed and your shopping history. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
Mopping is hard work, but I thought it was the only way I can get my floors truly clean. And then I tried the Swiffer Power Mop and realized I can get cleaner floors without the extra work. It has a built-in solution that breaks down dirt on contact, and the pad's hundreds of strips scrub away sticky messes, even from grout lines. Okay, Power Mop. Plus, its 360-degree swivel head cleans up along baseboards and even behind the toilet. So ditch the bucket and all the hard work that comes along with it with the Swiffer Power Mop.
Gold Bond believes touch says everything. It says, I see you, I feel you, and I know you. Gold Bond. Get in touch with irresistibly touchable skin.
So there I was, scrolling eBay.
When I saw this.
Still in the box. It's like the exact same one my mom wore.
This whole time, it was right there on eBay.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Friday morning. Thanks for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Stacy Lee.
It's the ladies show.
Ladies night.
It's the ladies night, yeah.
And it's Global Champagne Day.
Okay.
So where's our
speaking my language.
Right?
Seriously.
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, yes.
Not like we need an excuse.
Right.
No.
But we'll take one.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be a perfect week to stand and pop a bottle with all the rain in store.
Yeah, well, you're going to be inside.
Yeah.
The guys are going to be watching football and stuff. You can go to your woman cave and have some bubbly.
I love it.
Perfect weekend for that. All right, let's take a look at what's headed our way. Imagine a huge fire hose and it's pointing right at us, and that is what an atmospheric river is, and that's what's coming our way. Now, those couple of dark blobs in the middle, that's where we're watching for potential flooding with some heavy rain showers coming our direction. So just be aware of that going into the weekend. Right now, things are quiet in our area, but we're starting to see those showers up around the Olympic Peninsula and Vancouver Island moving on north. But don't worry, those showers are coming our way, as well as some gusty winds. We have a wind advisory for all of the area in blue. We could see gusts as high as 50 miles an hour. Strongest winds will be down the Columbia River Gorge and through the Columbia Basin, so be aware of that. 42 degrees, Dust Devil Sky Cam outside right now. Traffic looks like it's moving along pretty good. Temperatures elsewhere around the region. Overall, kind of warmish this morning. 50 degrees right now in Walla Walla. We're going to see temperatures hitting the 60s and even 70 degrees today. But get ready for the wet weather and those gusty winds. They'll all be coming in a little bit later this afternoon. I'll break down the timing of our systems for the weekend coming up.
Well, Yakima leaders are taking a new step to support veterans in the community. Officials say a therapeutic court could provide alternatives to the traditional criminal justice system for veterans in need.
New this morning, Apple Valley News Now's Austin Reed spoke with the Yakima Police Department and has more details.
Motion passes 7-0 and resolution is adopted. Thank you, Council.
This week, the Jonathan Wainwright Veterans Center in Walla Walla partnered with Yakima County Superior Court and the City of Yakima to sign a memorandum of understanding. The agreement lays the groundwork for a potential Veterans Therapeutic Court in Yakima County.
Having watched and observed a few of the courts like drug court and DUI court, they really focus on the well-being and health of the individual in the court, but it's still structured enough to where, you know, it's up to the individual to be successful.
Programs like this have already been implemented in Benton and Franklin counties, and they've been highly successful.
As long as you're doing the things that you're required to do and the things that are asked of you, this program will go by smoothly.
Participants receive guidance, support, and access to services instead of going through traditional court proceedings, helping them stay on track and reduce recidivism.
Who knows all of the different things that many of them experienced during their time of service. And I think this is just something we owe them when they come back.
City leaders say the goal is to create a community that supports and honors those who have served, providing a path to stability and healing. Officials hope to implement the program in Yakima soon, following the model that's worked so well in neighboring counties.
And they have seen success from this. Did you guys look at that as well?
Absolutely. The criminal justice system is overburdened with cases. Right. And so this is one more way for us to really divert those that probably don't belong in a criminal justice process into something more therapeutic, try to get them on their feet.
Covering Yakima County, I'm Austin Breed for Apple Valley News Now.
And leaders will start collecting data, connecting with providers, and hope to have the program up and running as soon as possible.
Now, making a difference, Catholic Charities of Central Washington is looking for volunteers, and this is for a program that'll help senior citizens.
Yeah, so this program focuses on walking alongside seniors who may be facing loneliness, health challenges, or even limited mobility. So volunteers provide friendship, emotional support, and help with everyday tasks, bringing a sense of connection and dignity to those who sometimes feel forgotten.
And to make sure volunteers feel prepared, Catholic Charities hosts ongoing virtual workshops across 9 Central Washington counties. And the sessions help companions navigate real-world challenges and learn how to better support the people they serve.
Our goal with many services that we offer is to bring hope, but especially for the most marginalized in our community.
Anyone interested in becoming a volunteer can learn more at our website, applevalleynewsnow.com.
And from Yakima to the NHL, one artist's dream becomes reality. How her design for the Seattle Kraken is celebrating culture and creativity on ice. Stick around, we're talking sports right after the break.
Giving you a couple live looks outside this morning, one from our Bi-Mart camera in Yakima, the other from our Legends Casino and Hotel Sky camera at Richland's Columbia Point. We are going to check in with Stacey Lee coming up after the break, and you can also scan that QR code, download our weather app. You can have Stacey right in your pocket.
Kraken, Oilers. Coverage begins at 7 Saturday night on MeTV.
Is there anything, and we mean anything, cuter than baby animals? Well, this morning on GMA, get ready for baby black bears, baby gorillas, and baby Asian small-clawed otters. Pinch me, this is just too cute on Good Morning America.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by never settling. But what's really made Ford F-Series #1 is you.
Dear Friday, let's put good times in gear. We've got power tailgates to power game days and a trailer backup guide that's the champ of the ramp. Heck, we might even cancel Monday. Toyota Trucks.
Right now, you can lease a rugged new Toyota Tacoma for just $279 per month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
What's more powerful than an unexpected storm? Insurance that helps clean it up. Western National Insurance. That's the power of nice.
Why buy a mattress from Mattress Depot USA?
Low prices.
Every day, we beat any competitor's price.
Selection?
All sizes and brands like Sealy, Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic.
Customer service.
Our sleep specialists average 10 years in the industry. Check out our reviews.
Comfort guarantee?
120 nights worth.
Same-day delivery.
Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Local?
Born here, live here.
Come see us today.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
And Consumer Reports.
We're testers.
This organization accepts no advertising or sponsorship.
Since 1936.
Testing dishwashers, TVs, cars, vacuums.
We buy directly from stores, just like you.
Making sure products are safe.
And that they last.
Because we're advocates.
Engineers and scientists. We're testers. We're Consumer Reports.
Join us.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by never settling. But what's really made Ford F-Series #1 is you.
From Hollywood, it's Dancing with the Stars. Dancing with the Stars, Tuesday on ABC.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Good Friday morning. The weekend is here and it's Champagne Day, so I'm pretty happy. I don't know about you. It's the calm before the storm. A fairly warm morning outside so far, 42 degrees. Visibility is great so far. Winds have not kicked in yet, but they will. Sunset tonight at 5:54. Let's take a look at our weather pattern. This is for Saturday. The brunt of the storm comes on Saturday. However, we'll start seeing showers later today. Look at this. It just spreads across the area. Heavy rain and snow across the system track. More mountain snow as the air starts to cool Saturday night. That's when the biggest impacts will be across our mountain passes. On Sunday, we'll also see more snow developing right on through the morning into the afternoon. The system continues. Things kind of settle a little more in our region later in the day, but expect sprinkles on and off. So there are winter weather advisories for the Cascades, 6 to 10 inches possible there. Blue Mountains could see anywhere from 6 to 10 inches Sunday into Monday. Planning your day outside today, 40, so not too cold, but grab a light sweater, peel them off around noon. You'll see 50s and getting close to 60, and then later in the afternoon, those 60-degree temps. So yes, things are definitely going to get a little bit wild later today. Tonight, your temperatures will be in the 30s and 40s, so everybody staying above freezing. And your big headlines right there on top of the screen. Again, very gusty winds, cooler temps, frosty, and check those mountain passes.
5:42. Thanks, Stacy. We're talking sports this morning in the Seattle Kraken, who will be celebrating Hispanic Heritage Night with a specially designed logo and jersey from a local Yakima-born artist.
Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable has a deeper look at the meaning behind Esmeralda Vasquez's work.
As a part of the Seattle Kraken's Common Thread Nights, Esmeralda Vasquez, a Yakima born and raised artist now residing in Seattle, will have her logo design replace the normal Kraken logo for one home game.
That was unreal. I just remember getting the email from Sam, and I'm pretty sure I just ran around my house. I ran to my partner and I was so excited. It was insane because I've seen the previous year's artist collaborations and I knew that it was a thing. And so I guess I never imagined that I would get chosen.
For Hispanic Heritage Night on Tuesday, October 28th against the Montreal Canadiens, Vasquez made sure the design itself has several intentional details that pay homage to Hispanic culture. For example, the archway found in the logo is prominent in Mexican architecture and represents an exit and entrance for new opportunities.
The greenery and the Talavera tiles. And so I also really admire symmetry in my work. So the greenery and the vines, they kind of weave through there, but they also represent growth. And so I feel like for our culture, we're really beautiful and hardworking, and we put a lot of passion and love into everything that we do.
The goal of Common Thread Nights for the Kraken is to highlight different artists and cultures throughout the Kraken fan base. Hispanic Heritage Night was added to the list last year.
We have noticed in many different ways that the Hispanic community is here in Seattle. While a lot of people might not think it is, it very much is so, and it's represented in so many beautiful ways.
Being a self-taught visual artist and muralist, Vasquez calls this a big accomplishment, and she hopes that this can help inspire others trying to make it in the creative space, and that it is possible to accomplish your goals. Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
Now, there are some rules surrounding the jerseys with the NHL. The specialty jerseys can't actually be worn during the game.
But players will be autographing the jerseys with proceeds from the auction going towards charities. That includes a local nonprofit that supports the Latino community. And that design is just beautiful.
It's really pretty.
I love it.
Yeah, it's always fun to see the different artists and their different designs for the months of when they do that for the Kraken. Yeah, it's neat. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. It is 5:45, and when we come back, your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door this morning. And of course, Stacey Lee will be back with your full First Alert forecast as we give you that live look outside from our Legends Hotel and Casino Sky Cam at Richlands Columbia Point and our Bimart camera overlooking the Yakima Valley as well. Changes are in store as we prepare for the weekend.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on all Silverado 1500 models.
See your community Chevy dealers.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR plus no monthly payments until next year on select Sierra 1500 models. See your Inland Empire GMC dealers.
To me, Harlem is home, but home is also your body.
Last one, everyone.
I asked myself, why doesn't Pilates exist in Harlem? So I started my own studio. Getting a brick and mortar in New York is not easy. Chase Inc. has supported us from Studio 1 to Studio 3.
When you start small, you need some big help, and Chase Inc. was that for me.
Earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials with the Chase Inc. Business Cash Card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
The Y Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because we know it's more than a new home.
It's really him.
It's a new journey.
Welcome to the neighborhood, Jordan.
Thanks, guys. Whoa.
And when you feel protected, you can dream fearlessly.
Go long.
Bundle home and auto and save up to 40%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Apple Valley News Now's Young Hearts, sponsored by Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, proudly awards Isabella of Pasco a new bicycle for being a community role model. Click Bikes for Tykes at applevalleynewsnow.com to find out more.
Stacey Lee. First Alert Weather. Watch tonight. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacey Lee.
And happy Friday. The weekend is here. It's going to be a stormy one. Lots to talk about in your weather headlines. There's the rain from the beginning of our atmospheric river, but all through our region, pretty quiet this morning so far. There it is. It's setting up. It's a big fire hose aimed right at the Pacific Northwest. We're already starting to see a little bit of blue dots, and that means some snow in those upper elevations. Let's futurecast things out for our area. We start to see some showers developing in the Kittitas Valley. Those showers are going to start moving from the west to the east later today. And once they start, they're going to be unsettled and continue for most of the evening. Saturday will clear things out overnight slightly, but by the time you get up and get going middle of the day, that's when we're going to see some more gusty winds, and we're going to see more snow and scattered showers through the region. So a lot of it will get eaten up in the Cascades, but we still will see some showers through our area. A tenth to maybe a 3/4 of an inch in some areas, about a tenth of an inch though for like the Tri-Cities area. We always kind of don't get the rain as much. What you do want to keep an eye on are those mountain passes, especially if you have travel plans. Here's those totals as far as rainfall goes. Not too impressive, but lots in the mountains. The snow totals are impressive though, 6 to 10 inches, and I even read maybe a foot up by White Pass at pass level. We also have a wind advisory in place for the entire region till about 11 o'clock. Our wind potential, it really starts to pick up as we get into the afternoon. You see that westerly winds coming in, they get to the mountains and then they downslope into our area, and they'll really start to pick up as we get into the evening. So get ready for some strong gusty winds as we get through the next little bit. 41 degrees right now on our sky cam as we take a look out around the Tri-Cities area this morning. All right, let's take a sneak peek at those 7-day planners for you out there. Again, we've got lots of rain, temperatures cooling slightly with some overnight lows on the chillier side going forward. And here's what it looks like for Walla Walla and Hermiston for the next 7 days. Stay here. It's time now for the Morning Sprint.
Now, the Morning Sprint.
Time is 5:50. It's time for your morning sprint in our 5 o'clock hour.
And we start with the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. One person's dead after crashing their van into a tree at a Kennewick golf course. This happened yesterday afternoon. Police say it happened just off of Canyon Lakes Drive in West 35th Court around 3:30. You can see video from the scene. When first responders got there, they found the driver of that van had passed away. The cause still under investigation, but officers did have to close off Canyon Lakes Drive for several hours while they gathered evidence and cleared the scene.
And just minutes after that deadly crash, an officer responding to that scene was involved in a separate collision. This happened at the intersection of Highway 395 and 27th Avenue around 3:45. This led to major traffic delays in the area. The Kennewick Police Department confirms no one was hurt, but the cars involved did sustain some damage. The Washington State Patrol has taken over the investigation into what caused the crash.
And in Pasco, a reckless driver caused some chaos for morning commuters after slamming into a school bus and several parked cars. Officers say it happened at 20th Avenue and West Pearl Street when a driver tried to go around a stopped school bus. The driver lost control, hit the bus and 4 other cars. Fortunately, no kids were on the bus at the time of this crash, and no injuries were reported. The scene took about an hour to clear. Authorities again reminding drivers slow down and stay alert near school buses.
And we're learning new information about a deadly shooting in King City. Pasco police have identified 21-year-old Gilbert Matthew Lopez as the suspected shooter. According to investigators, the shooting happened just after 7 Wednesday morning. When officers arrived, they found one person suffering from a gunshot wound, and they began life-saving measures until medics arrived. That person was taken to a hospital, but later pronounced dead. Lopez has since been booked into the Franklin County Jail, and that's on a charge of second-degree murder.
And Catholic Charities of Central Washington is asking for volunteers to join a program that supports local seniors facing loneliness, health challenges, or mobility issues. Volunteers offer friendship, emotional support, and help with daily tasks, bringing connection and dignity to older adults who often feel forgotten. The organization also provides ongoing virtual workshops across 9 counties to help companions feel confident and prepared. Anyone interested in becoming a volunteer can learn more at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
International headlines this morning. Yesterday, President Donald Trump announced he's ending all trade negotiations with Canada. On social media, the president said he was taking that action because of ads featuring former President Ronald Reagan criticizing tariffs. A government leader in Ontario said his province would spend $75 million on the ad campaign to run in the U.S. The Reagan Presidential Foundation says the ad misrepresents Reagan's speech and his remarks were edited without permission.
In your business headlines this morning, Target is planning to lay off around 1,000 corporate employees. Target's incoming CEO making the announcement in an email to employees just yesterday. Along with the layoffs, the company also announced it will not be filling 800 positions that are currently open. Together, it will impact about 8% of Target's global corporate workforce. The company says the layoffs and changes will help Target be better positioned for the future.
In your health headlines, if you want to keep adding candles to your birthday cake every year, get a leg up. Numerous studies over the years have said the more physical activity a person does, the better the odds of having a longer, healthier life. And it appears that's especially true for older women. That's according to research released this week in the British Journal of Sports Medicine. Findings there showed elder females who walked at least 4,000 steps at least once a week lowered their risk of death by 26%. If that threshold was met 3 times a week, risk of death by any cause fell 40%.
Get your steps in. All right, 5:54, talking sports this morning. The Seattle Kraken wrapped up their road trip with a strong finish, shutting out the Winnipeg Jets 3-0. This game just last night, Kraken controlling the pace after a scoreless first period, breaking through early in the second and never looking back. Seattle's defense held firm, keeping Winnipeg off the board. The win snapped the Jets' 5-game streak and gave Seattle their only regulation victory of the 6-game trip. Kraken now head home to face Edmonton on Saturday night.
Now, trending this morning, a Michigan woman who won $100,000 from the Powerball says she got her winning numbers from ChatGPT.
Well, that tracks.
People living my dream. Oh my goodness.
45-year-old Tammy Carvey asked ChatGPT for a set of Powerball numbers. Simple as that. Then she played them in September on the drawing on the 6th. And when she checked her ticket, she saw that 4 of her numbers and the Powerball matched.
That's right. She says she was in disbelief. She bought her winning ticket online, the Michigan Lottery website. And girls, guess what I did?
What'd you do? You asked ChatGPT?
ChatGPT'd for tonight's Mega Millions.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I didn't know we could do that. I mean, if I won, I would not be telling people that. Carvey should not be doing that.
Okay, but think about it. It's the same thing as Quick Pick.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is. Is it?
It's just a different.
Just someone who's giving you random numbers.
A computer gave it to me, so I'll let you know how my ticket does.
Okay, I'm gonna get one too. Well,
if we don't see you, we'll know.
Yeah. And Carvey says she plans to pay off her mortgage with the winnings.
Of course.
I love it.
Yeah, and it's Global Champagne Day, so you know.
Cheers.
Stacey, if you win,
And
invite us over.
I think it's the 6th, 7th, 8th largest Mega Millions jackpot tonight. So, you know.
Okay. Note to
feeling
self.
lucky?
I'm feeling lucky.
I need to go get a lot
All right,
of tickets.
let's do it. All right, there's so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up in our 6 o'clock hour, Franklin County election leaders are sharing how they're keeping your vote secure, even as the company that powers local elections undergoes a major change after national controversy surrounding Dominion voting systems. The software has a new name, new leadership, and a promise to keep your ballot safe. And we're going to break it all down for what these changes mean for local voters and why officials say your voice is still protected at the polls.
And Nike is pushing the limits of innovation. They're unveiling a first-of-its-kind shoe that could give everyday runners a power boost. We'll show you how the new technology is changing the way you move. All those details in your 6 o'clock hour. And Stacey, what are you tracking?
We are tracking a big active weather weekend with winter weather advisories and wind advisories. All the details coming up.